we're looking at today is 12.6, probability distributions. Today we're going to find the probabilities of using random variables. We're going to solve real-world problems using distributions. Okay? So first we have to look at and say, what is a random variable? Random variable is something that's random. A variable that with a value that is numerically outcome of a random event is called a random variable. Okay, discrete random variable is a countable one. Okay, so we look at example number one, and we'll be able to figure out what we're talking about with discrete random variable. Graduation supply company offers 5 items that can be purchased for graduation: diploma frame, graduation picture, cap and gown, senior keyring, and a class pin. The school takes a poll of the seniors to see how many of these items each senior is buying. The results are shown. Okay. Number of items being purchased, 0 is 12. 1 item is 122. 2 items, 134. 3 items, 115. 4 items, 145. 5 items, 97. So with this, when we look at the table, we just make sure that it's not 1 or less or 5 or less. It is that how many people are buying just that many numbers. So it's not doing a cumulative addition on that and figuring out what the total is. So part A, find the probability that a randomly chosen senior is buying exactly 3 items. So to be able to figure this out, we have to figure out the total number of items. So we add up the 12, the 122, the 134, the 115, 145, and 97, and we find that as 625. So there's 625 students in this graduating senior class. Of the 625, we look and say they're buying exactly 3 items, so we go down to 3, and we go across to the 115. So it's 115 out of 625. We reduce that fraction down to 23 over 125. Which is 18.4%. So they have an 18.4% of the students are going to be purchasing exactly 3 items. So the next one that they're looking for is find the probability that a randomly chosen senior buys at least 4 items. Okay, this one here we have to find out how many people buy 4 items, 3 items, 2 items, 1 item, and no items. Okay. On this, you add all that up, so you get 242 divided by the 625, and that equals 38.7%. Okay, so 38.7% are going to buy at least 4 items. Oh, sorry, 4 items or more. So 4 items or more, so it's 145 plus a 97. Okay, sorry about that. Probability distribution. So how we're looking at this is how is stuff distributed? Okay. And then we're looking at different ways to show how it's distributed. So we want to make sure that we can convey it to other people, because looking at tables is not always the best thing. Okay. For this one, so the distribution is valid. So on this one here, it's the percent of each one on example number 2. So example number 2, they have pizzas ordered per month, and they say X number of pizzas and the probability. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 plus pizzas is on the left side. On the right side, they have 0.1, 0.12, 0.44, 0.24, and 0.10. So what we have to do is we have to add all those up and make sure that all those decimals come up to 1, because we need 100% of the people having being able to be surveyed. So we add all those up, and you find it is 1. So yes, it is 100%, so we're not missing anyone in that. So the next question is, what is the probability that a consumer orders pizza fewer than 3 times per month? So what we have to do is we have to look at what is the probability of 2 pizzas per month, 1 pizza per month and 0 pizzas per month. So we have a 0.44 plus in the table 0.12 and 0.10. And so we add those up. We're looking at 0.56, 0.66, 0.66, which is equal to 66%. So 66% of the people order 0, 1, or 2 pizzas per month. What they'll also ask us to do is they ask us to do a histogram, probability histogram of this. Okay. So whenever we do a histogram, catch to a histogram is all of them, all the different tiles are going to be connected. Right? So we want to make sure and label everything. So 0, 1, 2, 3, is it 4 plus? 4 plus. Pizzas. So it's number of pizzas per month. Okay. So we make sure and we label our axes. So this is the percent of people is what we're looking at. So looking at this, we know we don't need to go above 1. So we go, so this is 0.20, 0.40, 0.60, 0.80, 0.90. Okay. Remember, with these, we have to label at least the first one. The bottom ones, we really want to label those so that way everyone understands what's going on. Like I said, these are histogram. These are boxes that we connect. So the first one is 0.10. So it's the box connect. So I take up this whole slot right in here. I start right here at the axes. I go all the way over and I pull it down. And then I go 0.12. So just a touch above is 1. And then for 2, I have 0.44. For 3, I have 0.24. And for 4, I have 0.1 again. So you notice that every one of these boxes connect. I labeled here, I labeled here, I put this here, put this here. The one thing I have missed is I need a title, okay? I need to title this. So I need so pieces ordered per month. So we want something that actually tells us what this is. So we want a nice title here. Make sure that in the histogram, the boxes all connect. We have a label down here, label over here. We label this, label this. We have everything labeled. This is good. This is a perfect graph. This is what we're looking at anytime that we're looking for a histogram. Okay. For example, let's say that this had 0. We would just actually just go like this. We show that there is 0 there. Okay. So we still fill it in even though there would be a 0. So anytime that comes up, okay. So this is actually right here, but so that way we have it and we show it that they all have a spot. So if this was 0, we just fill in that line right there. So don't just leave it blank, show that you've actually filled it in. All right, if you have any questions, shoot me an email, let me know. This is the last section of the test, or before the test. So, oh no, there is one more. So 12-7 is the last one.